Test, test, test. What's up, guys? Had Nvidia earnings after hours, so it looks like NQ is going to open up gap down a little bit. We'll see if there's anything worth trading. Not super thrilled about what I see, but never know. So that would put us where? It's Let's see what happens here. Opens in just over 5 minutes. What's up, French fish? I did start a new 150K. I'm a little red in this one. Not gonna lie, I was trading a little gambly when the market wasn't moving during power hour, but I got a free reset, so. Otherwise, I did all right in my accounts. Like I ended up with 1,500 in funded accounts today, between last night and today. So I didn't really trade most of the afternoon until power hour ish. Yeah, basically, we've got this inside day to be aware of on NQ. That's about it. See if this breaks the higher low. Looks like it's depends on where we gap down. Could take the low out. Might get some follow through to the downside. I don't know. We'll see. It's what it's looking like it wants to do at the moment. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother looking at anything else. I'm kinda tired. If today is not, if things start out really not great, I'm not going to be here very long. I would rather catch up on sleep. It's kind of nice here today. We go play ball with the dog. I saw Sean is back. I posted a message in Top Step. I said, "Anybody remember that dude, Sean?" After I saw a message from him. So we'll get more lessons about probabilities and how you can't make money trading. There's no edge, and it's all about coin flips. Let me clean up some charts here on my other screen. Just mark the daily high and low for now. Template, day, day. That's all I care about right this second. Still inside week, so I know a lot of people got chopped up today trying to trade. When we're trading in a tight range in a shortened week. Sometimes it's just not worth it. If the market isn't really moving or picking a direction, just go do anything else. It's better than losing money. Like the good trades that I caught were overnight and early this morning, right after the open, the first maybe 30 minutes, hour. And then after that, it was kind of garbage. I really had to just kind of scalp trades, which isn't, it's usually not how I trade. But I was just locking in gains if I could. And then at the end of the day, just try to get really lucky and put up 4,500 and 150K account. Just didn't work out. And I was up about 900. I debated just stopping there. I wish I had, because I just blew that account. Just blew that account up, and then I used the reset that I had. Fortunately, I didn't dig myself a huge hole in this account. I mean, 800 is not fun, but I'm not too concerned with it about it. I don't really need the 150K account. It'd be nice if I was, if I run these XFAs that I have up before they move me to live, then I could take more than 50 grand, move more than 50 grand over into a live account. But I don't even know if I'm going to come close to that. 45 seconds. Yeah, I don't know what he believes French. He just gets on my nerves. That's all I know. Talks too much. I don't like this full screen. Is this actually any better? Let me see. Exit full screen. Is that gonna mess up my YouTube? See what YouTube looks like. No, it's fine. Just do that.
Market is open.
Here's the open. There's the gap down.
Market is open.
So on 100 tick. Let's see. Inside day down, but see how big this gap is. It's not very much. Maybe like come back up and re-trigger the day would be nice. If it doesn't just sell here. Technically already hit daily target. There's no real magnitude on the daily chart, but if it's going to sell, I would look for the double inside bars, the lows to start to get taken. But could also reverse right back up. I don't know. Have to give it a few minutes. I'm trying not to jump into stuff right off the opens, either New York or Globex, especially if it like gaps triggers or what's the other options? I don't know. I can't think of just trying to be patient and let things set up. Not feeling like I'm gonna miss a trade. If something's good and it hasn't gapped and it just triggers off the open, then I'll take it. But see if we start to get any kind of range. Opening candle here is about 100 points. I'm in an inside bar down. Trying. Oil's doing here? Not a whole lot. Gold could get interesting. Gold's got double inside days. Trying to break up. Well, closed near the previous high, but it's a red or below the open, but right at the daily and weekly. I'm gonna put an alert on this. I haven't traded gold in quite a while, but that might be interesting to keep an eye on. If NQ is gets boring. Came close to trying a long there, just unable to make a new low here. Once, twice, but not really a strat setup. And again, I'd rather I at least want a couple 5 minute candles to form before I just jump into anything. I think I just need one more day and I can take another payout out of one of these accounts. What kind of dog do I have? Options degen. Like a pit mix, rescue. Hello. Okay, audio is that should be working. I see my looks like it. That was a quick 100. Would you take a trade? My audio? Oh, his audio is bugged. Weird. I'll troubleshoot. Check Discord info. Okay. I should buy 150K combine because basically got two tries at it. Should you buy 150K? I mean, if you have $150, just I mean, I got a $150 account because I was getting a free reset, so valued at 150 bucks. But just because I had a free reset doesn't mean I should have just went full degenerate on that account, especially being green. Like I was just that was like old Tom behavior. But I mean, if if look, it's a 9K profit target. It's a lot harder to, either have to trade with size or be more patient. But I just did 6,000 in 4 days on a Blue Sky account, so it can't be that much harder as long as I take smart trades. I'll trade instead of trading like one, two, three micro starters and scaling in. I'll just trade a mini, like two minis. That's what I was trading today. I mean, I did get up to like 10 minis. That's, like two minis was fine, but I was like 40, 50. Then I started adding by tens. I mean, just hoping to get a lucky move, but that's not really trading. So I just feel stupid for wasting. That's why I wanted the reset. I just cut myself off down 800 because I didn't want to just completely blow $150 like real quick and a free reset on a day when the market just wasn't moving and I knew it wasn't. It was mostly stuck. Hit boxer mix back in the day. Great dog. Yeah, she's awesome. She's my buddy. She's just ball crazy. Like at the beach, or usually I take her to, when I'm in Florida, I take her to the beach, chuck the ball into the ocean. She loves it. So I try and she's a puppy. She's like, how old is she now? Maybe 3, 2 or 3. So high energy, just wants to play constantly. Yeah, I had to get a dog, man. And down in Florida, it was just like me in a room, sitting at a computer most of the time with my dog, and I would take her to the beach. Well, it was just me before I got her. I was just, it was like me trapped in a house by myself for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. I would go out and like hang out at a kava bar or something every once in a while, but I was going a little crazy, so I got her to kind of keep me busy. I've always had a dog. There's only been a brief period where I was living somewhere and I couldn't have a dog when I was first getting clean. Life is just better with a dog, just is. So inside Fiverr here, just got a flip about 15 seconds ago. So I'm gonna zoom in on my other screen here, keep track of what's going on the smaller time frames. Curious to see if we fill this gap overhead at all, or re-trigger the day, or just kind of make new lows, or if we're just gonna stay stuck for a while. That would be my least favorite option. Like we could potentially set up some hammers on the uh we could see some what's going on here? Oh, reset chart. Like these might end up again, there's a lot of time, 18, 19 minutes here before the 30 closes, but just thinking ahead at what could potentially happen is, if these close hammer candle, maybe they're green, break the high, fill the gap, roll back over. I'm planning out like what makes sense here in my head. Jesus, okay. So annoying. The volume button on my phone is just like busted. So I can either get it to stay stuck all the way down or all the way up. And then sometimes when I use my phone, like the volume thing pops up on the screen and just won't go away. Really, really irritating. So I gotta get that fixed. And I hate when life makes my life inconvenient. Okay. Still inside 5. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw my phone against the wall. Do not disturb. Bam. Divvy web. I don't know what that's referring. What you mean? But I forget what I just said like 3 minutes ago. So dogs are awesome. Yeah, just don't want the responsibility after a 14-year stay. Yeah, I mean it's funny you said that because that's what I was gonna add on top, like as a caveat. If are in a position to be responsible and have to take care for another living thing, it is work, no doubt about it. But it's so minimal for what I get out of the relationship that I have with my dog. Traveling becomes more annoying though. You know what I mean? I can't just roll out. I mean, I have to like drop her off somewhere and blah blah blah. So it is work. I don't. I get taking a break. Two tiny little dogs. When elected to Congress, what's my plan for the economic future of the country? We'll have to see. I'm gonna make it great. It's gonna be the greatest, most amazing, and biggest and beautiful. Simple. But we'll get to the details later. Right? Dogs like it's a transactional relationship. I mean, it kind of is. I don't trust people that don't like dogs. Or people who are like, "Eh, dogs or animal." I'm like, what? What's wrong with you? 15-minute flip. Got a little 5-minute rev strat hammer kind of thing setting up here. If it wants to break up, but it's under point of control currently, and we're still only 15 minutes into trading. So if I had to guess, I would say we're going to stay inside 15. We're going to open inside 30. Stay stuck inside for 30, 40 minutes. We're going to get another hourly candle that prints and probably be stuck inside, fortunately. But who knows? Cat people, I was not a cat person, and then my ex girlfriend just she had a cat, and then she got me a cat for like my birthday or something. I don't even remember. I was like, "What are you doing?" But it was a kitten. It was cute, and then I kind of, my kitten would play fetch, so she was dog like in spirit. But yeah, I wasn't used to having a cat. I've just always had dogs. Much happening here. Anybody take any trades? Like short off the open real quick, or any kind of little scalpy scalps? Shorted off the open to gear 100 day for MFU and TPTs. That was just yeah, nice quick move. You had to be quick on the trigger though, didn't you? You must have hit that thing like right off the open as it opened. It's the like 1 minute chart. Like the 5 second chart. That's impressive work. Fiverr trying to break up. I don't want to. just gonna wait, just wait time. I do want to hit, I do want to just long, but I'm not longing into anything except a little 5 minute target. Like to focus on, like I've said many times, the 60 setups on the 60, on the 4 hour, the 12 hour. I don't usually want to trade against the 60. Like, I mean, it's just the 5 and 15 that are green, everything else is red. I don't want to fight against, I don't want to be a bull against red candles without some good reason to be long. I just don't see it. Oh, okay, nice. Market bought at the open with two micros and got it. Good strategy. Feeling gun shy tonight on bigger trades because I don't want to screw up my streak. Me either, dude. I'm just being much more cautious, trading smaller size. Like I'm still hitting decent. Today was I was red $200 in two XFAs, so I was down 400, and then I New York opened, so I copy traded all three. So I had two accounts minus 200 and one at zero, and I caught I guess about a $400 trade, 400 and change. So I ended up plus 230, 250. I don't know what it was. I think it was like 805 on the day in three XFAs in like 15, 20 minutes of trading, and then 700 in my 750 in my Blue Sky account. Like that's a good day. I don't know. I'm trying to just keep the same mindset that's been working for me. Just trade small size, try and scale into, like last night I was in a 20 micro position. Um I had a break even stop, or had a break even stop, so there was no risk. The move just kept going, and it didn't continue in the direction that I wanted. It just stopped me out. But had I been right, that would have been a nice $1,000, $2,000 trade. Like scale in when it makes sense and hope that you get it right and catch a nice 40, 50 point move with size. But I'm not just going to like jump into 20 or 10 unnecessarily. Like I've been trading super small size and I'm still, doing okay. So this is exactly why I didn't really wasn't thrilled about what was going on here. You can see this 5 minute Revstrat inside bar. This hammer breaks up, but just doesn't really go anywhere. Time frame continuity is to the downside, so 30-minute flip in 7 minutes. Probably going to open 30 inside, like I said, and then probably inside 60, and it's going to be really low and boring. Hope I'm wrong, but 600 to pass the blue sky is nice. So I got a $3,000 profit target in there, and I've got uh 982. So like a third of the way there. And then they will move me to their brokerage account thing. once I hit the 3K profit goal, I can request 600 bucks. So not a ton, but whatever, a nice little chunk of change. Pay for the account and then some. I think I paid 129 bucks for the account. Posted on Twitter that I'm trying to stay focused on knowing and just approaching trading like keeping the money that I have is job number one, and then making money is job number two. So the most important thing I can do is not lose a whole bunch of money. That is the key. And then secondary to that is to try and make a few bucks when you can. I haven't even had to lock risk tools for the last 2 weeks. Usually I'd go until I mean I've been green, so that's the only thing that scares me. If I but today when I was down 200, I was ready. I almost was just going to cut myself off and say, all right, I'm fine taking minus 200 in each account. The market might not be great today, you know, not tilting. That's been my biggest issue in the past, but I've been able to just kind of trade more robotically and just say if it's not working, like you gotta I'm not willing to give up $700 in in two XFAs, be down 1,400 bucks. Nah, no thank you. Holy cow. This is yeah, gonna be an early night for me. Capital preservation is the biggest key to consistent profits. Absolutely agree. Way more important to like if you're not trading well to size down a little bit, keep your losers way smaller if you're not, and then when you start trading well again, you just size back up. My natural tendency, and I think a lot of traders, is we take a big loss, or maybe you're down 500 or $1,000. You let it get a little out of hand, and you're like, shit. Now I need to make back 500 or $1,000 on the next trade to get back to break even. And so for me, it would, I would want to trade more size to try and not only cover the loss but also make a profit. And then if you're wrong again because you're not trading well, you get your teeth kicked in again, and now you're down like 2 grand. And you're sitting there staring, or you hit MLL and you're like, "What did I just do? What? How'd that happen?" We are not moving at all. I mean, not in any meaningful direction. You can look at this, and I think this was a 60-point range I looked at, 57. Call this. So these in here, 30 points. But, it's just chippity choppity. It's not market's not on easy mode, so I'll wait for that to kick in. I think I've just gotten better at patiently waiting for setups that I know work for me. Not really just trying to make a quick buck, although I love to make a quick buck in a hurry. But then you're relying more on luck than taking what I know, the setups that usually pay me. And they just don't happen every 5 minutes. Sometimes I have to wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I definitely sucked at doing that 6 months ago. 50 seconds till we get a 30-minute flip. Definitely looking better for longs. We're getting those hammer candles that I discussed earlier as possibilities. 30-minute hammer, 60-minute hammer, 4-hour hammer. These are all the same candle until we get a flip here in 26 seconds, but I'll be keeping my eye on this. Let's go over to the 15 because we got a 15 inside bar. So we could get a 15 inside bull break to trigger the 30-minute and potentially gap fill. Or head in that direction. Maybe end up with, 4-hour hourly hammers. Maybe green. Maybe we flip the day. Here's the flip. Do I have any interest in really taking this? Maybe. Whoops, definitely don't be 5.
Order filled.
Give it a shot. Why not? Oh, 15 didn't break on NQ. Did on MNQ. Actually go anywhere, or if this is an exercise in how to torture me. Inside 15 still didn't break on NQ. I really want that to break. What is the high? By a tick. 2 ticks. All right. Broke on NQ. Inside 15 up. See if we can keep pushing. Trigger the 30 hammer to the upside. Flip the day green. That would be like ideal scenario. See if NQ cooperates. Trying. Oh, I gotta mark my I'm like, where the hell is the daily open? It's daily open. 187.90. Oh, that's where we get a continuity flip. Where the 15, excuse me, where the 15-minute opens, 7:59.50. Where's my stop? 7:54. It's kind of fine. spoiled by a lot of the volatility that we've had over the past 2 weeks. It's just still a decent little, if you for some reason longed the bottom down here. So it was a good little run up, 60 points. But it was just kind of crappy. No easy way to get in to anything that I liked. Really just wanted this to, keep kind of pushing up, even if it was a slow grind. 15 still in force though, so here it's fine. I don't like the 15, so the 15 is a failed two up currently. So I might stop just below the open here because
Order
this
filled.
could go outside bar. I'll just take a small loss on that. Worth a shot. Pretty painful to watch. Usually the pace of the slower markets doesn't bother me. Maybe I've just gotten used to the kind of craziness that we've had lately. I don't even know if I would jump back into this if it re-triggers. Just running out of time. 30-minute inside still. Probably going to open 60 inside. Like if I miss it, I miss it. But let's see. How far have we moved? 24 points. 10 minutes. What is tomorrow? Is tomorrow Wednesday? Look at my calendar real quick. Tomorrow's Wednesday. 16th. Well, this is Wednesday, right? This counts for Wednesday. It would be nice to try and squeak out a payout by Thursday. I'm not even going to, like tonight, today. I don't think I'm trading it all Thursday, and Friday market's closed. So, but if I don't get it, it's fine. I'll see if I can get it done on Sunday. See what gold's up to. How did I not get alerted on gold? Here's gold. I set the alert. It went through the alert, but I don't remember getting a notification. I don't have a notification on my desktop. That would have been a good one to take. Super weird. Let me check alerts. April 14th, 15th. NQ crossing. Weird. Huh. Wildly irritating. Gold is just on a rampage. Let's go look at this daily chart. Look at this. It's like a meme coin. 172% for gold, and oh, that's all the way back to 19. But I mean, it's just been in a. Let's measure from here. It's more realistic. A slow grind up until little parabolic move. All right, let me go back to NQ. 15-minute flip in 2.5 minutes. Wait till like maybe 10 minutes after the flip. I wasn't even going to stick around. I was going to hop off, but I want to see what I'm going to be sitting here watching what happens in 17 minutes anyway. So if it opens inside and continues just really not going anywhere, then I'm just going to set an alert on the hourly high. Hope that it goes off. Actually, going to do that now. So that's the only thing I care about next. Like a 30-minute inside bar. There's big orders, 35 lot right there, 10 and 25 at 770. See if it pushes out. If there was more time, I might make another attempt, but we get a 15-minute flip in 50 seconds. So with a 30-minute inside bar, it's better. The next best trade, like for me, is it would be 30-minute closes inside, and we get a new 60. See what happens on the flip. Basically the same trade I just took, except on the 15, we'll get, instead of this right here on the 15, we're gonna get something similar on the 30. In inside bar break to maybe trigger the 60 hammer. But if it doesn't like show some sign of life, then I'm gonna dip out. Shalice, what does it? Sorry, I just saw this. What does it mean when I say 15 minutes still in force? It has triggered and is still beyond the trigger. So when a setup triggers and it stays triggered, like this white line that I have here is the 15-minute trigger. Anytime price is above this, it's in force. If down here, it's not in force anymore. Up here, it's back in force. Here, it's not in force. Just a quick way of saying the setup is still good. There's still, you can pay attention to it. It's doing what we're hoping it's going to do. Do have a 15-minute rev strat setting up though with that little shooter candle. Whoops. Right here. Not a real shooter, but shooter-ish. Shooter-like. Oh, my eyeball itches. What else? FTN, I've only been following Strat and this way of watching price for the last month or two, but noticed lately that trading inside higher time frame, inside bars is a great way to get chopped up. 100%. You want to save yourself a lot of aggravation, frustration, and money. You know, I use the 60 and the 4 hour in futures because it's often a wide range. But like today was, sometimes you can get away with inside day as long as it's going to go two up or two down. Um, so inside days don't bother me as much, but in general, yeah, just avoid. If you're inside on the 4 hour, the 60, just don't even bother. Wait for them to close, trade the break, or if you want to take a day off, like today, we stayed stuck inside. It was very choppy. Weren't a whole lot of market was not on easy mode. Like just learning that about the strat, not to trade inside bars, is will change hopefully your hit rate, and you'll know when to just sit out. As somebody who wants to constantly trade, it's an easy way for me to look and say, hey, do I need to be in the markets right now or not? Inside bars on the 4 hour or 60? Nope. Just wait. Like the great thing about the strat is we know when a new 60-minute setup is going to occur or a new 30-minute, right? We've got 12 minutes left in the 30. We get a new 30-minute flip in 11 minutes, 48 seconds. So if you want to go, you're like, hey, I like the way that this looks. Let's see, what happens on the flip. You've got, you go like, I don't know, organize your sock drawer for the 10 minutes and then come back right before the flip and see if it looks good. Set your, mark your charts up. If it triggers, boom, take the trade. If you don't like what you see, you can come back in 55 minutes when you get another hourly flip, or every 4 hours when you get a 4 hour flip. You can really tailor futures trading to your own schedule because it trades 23 hours a day. So even if you work a regular job, you can trade slower markets. You could trade London, trade New York pre-market. So whenever you have time and using whatever time frames, you know, that work with your schedule. If you want to check the charts every hour, then knock yourself out. Or every 15 minutes. So a little 15-minute rev strat triggered, went nowhere, candle flipped back green, failed two down, just no follow through. No follow through on this break, the inside bar break to the upside. No follow through on the rev strat to the downside. Right, this inside bar broke up, went nowhere. This rev strat broke to the downside. Inside bar two up. This candle broke the low, but went nowhere. So don't be in a rush because there ain't shit to trade. Well, that gap, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see that move up. I'd really like the gap to fill in, then like a roll back over, re-trigger the day down. But I think there's news tomorrow. Let's take a quick peek. Economic events, April 16th. Got some UK stuff. We got US industrial production, manufacturing. Yeah, how do I filter out the stuff I don't care about? Is this? No, that's by financial juice. Is that a filter button? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, you still got German stuff in here. So maybe news tomorrow will help kind of shake the market up a bit. Or as always, who knows what's going on with the tariff war between the U.S. and China? I guess they're not taking our beef. And Boeing was axed out. I wonder what Boeing looks like today after hours. Let's take a look at BA on my other chart here. Not really impacted as much as I would have expected. So yeah, could always, a headline can drop, a tweet, a Truth Social post, send the market sideways. CPI, retail sales, not. Oh, yeah, what was it? It was Oh yeah, U.S. retail sales. We do have retail sales at 8:30. Good call. Then manufacturing stuff at 9:15. I don't know if that's as important. Industrial production, yeah, and retail sales. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Did break back to the downside here. We'll see if it actually goes anywhere. Little 15-minute setup in the top left. Boy, is this even worth taking? In any 17 points? Not really. I gotta check YouTube chat real quick. My market went down. I need a strat guru. My market went down. Any news? Um, I mean, all the time frames for us strat traders are red. The year is red. The quarterly candle is red. The month is red. The week is red. The day is red. The 60 is red. What's up, Nate? How are you? Vath, what are those numbers and where can I learn it? Oh, the strat? Yeah, thank you, Sonic. Yeah, sorry, I did neglect you guys. I'll do better next time. Chat from Discord. I stream in there too. Sometimes I forget to check my other monitor. I don't have my normal home setup, so I'm working with fewer screens and flip in 4 minutes 20 seconds. 420, 420. Yeah, nothing's really kind of getting any follow through in one direction or another. These are triggering and just not going anywhere. I mean, again, if you're like a scalper, you get 20 points out of that, I guess, but it's not really kind of not my jam. I really love when things are just falling off a cliff. When the market is in like panic mode, I much prefer to play short. The moves are so aggressive. Can you get invite to the Discord here? Yeah, I'll send you. Well, it's not really my Discord, but it's the Discord I hang out in. Invite people. Can I copy this link? Here, if you want to learn the strat, we have a funded chat. Why doesn't this paste? Come on, paste. There we go. We have a funded chat channel. What for a lot of us prop traders, we share strat setups. We joke around. We have a good time. We try and make money. Do I only trade in Asia? No. I trade the open, futures open. So, what most people refer to as Asia for like the first hour, maybe 2 hours. Usually, if it's not moving, I check back at 10 o'clock Eastern when the new 4 hour candle prints and see if there's a setup for me that I like. And then if not, sometimes I'll trade London or New York pre market. I really lately have been liking New York pre market, like between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. or even into the open. It's much faster than Asia, but not as crazy as New York. You are welcome, Beth. I gotta watch trend twin vids while you trade. What are trend twin vids? Am I too old to know what you're talking about? Is that like a common thing? I feel like I'm pretty up on pop culture slang and all things, clowny. Roids and roid rage a lot. Oh, the twins are juiced out of their minds with roids and roid rage a lot. I'll have to research. I'm not familiar with them. I usually just BS in Discord. Sometimes I play Hearthstone, this card game that I'm okay at, relatively good. Games take like 10 minutes. It's a card game. It's using your brain. It keeps me sharp. Helps trade to practice strategy and things that help me in trading. I think patience, planning, following rules keeps me from clicking buttons for 10 to 12 minutes a game. If I get tired, sometimes I play a game or two and I'm like, all right, I don't really want to do that anymore. Like I'm not getting sucked into what's the game I'm thinking of where you gotta like take over the world? Risk maybe. Here's the flip. See if we trigger this 30-minute down inside hour. So or inside Yeah, inside hour. All right, let's see what happens here. Give us something to work with. I mean, it couldn't have opened any more inside hour. It's like smack dab in the middle. I guess right in the middle of this previous candle range, not up here near my trigger or, anywhere I would care about. I'm not really interested in a short at this point, even though the day is in force. I just don't trust that gap's not going to get filled first, but we'll see. I'd rather see the 30 break up, honestly. Add some alerts here in case I'm not paying attention. They got a YouTube channel. All right. I may try to set an alarm for London Open to see what's setting up. Been some decent reversals at 3 a.m. lately, it seems. Yeah, last night I think I fell asleep. I planned on peeking in on London at the Open. Depends. If I sometimes I stay up later than if I'm gonna trade London like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and then into New York, I have to go to bed a little earlier. If I go to bed at 10 p.m., it's not too bad to wake up at 2:45. At least I get kind of a decent amount of sleep. If nothing's happened during London, I can go back to bed. But if I go to bed at like 1 or 2 o'clock, it's rough to want to set the alarm for 45 minutes. Just especially after like I've probably been trading all day. 761, boom, three blue sky evals passed. Good job. Ever watch Togi? I don't. Somebody in another Discord I'm in posts his videos. I think I watched one and I was like, yeah, I'm never watching that again. I do watch a guy who I can't stand. I mean, I guess that's how, he's like a young dude, tweaking trades or something on YouTube. He does like a weekly video where he talks about basically his gambling and crashing out and, talks like a zoomer probably does or would. It's annoying. It annoys me, but it is entertaining. Took me a few times. I had to watch a few videos before I was like, all right, I don't know what this is, but it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I know he got free MFFU accounts. I know he did a giveaway or whatever. He's got like 5,000 YouTube subscribers or something. That's the only reason I can, I it would be nice to get some of those sponsorship deals or whatever. Like trading is hard. If I had extra income coming in, like I would never shill an affiliate code for a company I wasn't using or that I didn't trust. Like I would never. I'm not a fan of Apex. I saw somebody supposedly made 3 million or 2 million, and Apex hasn't responded to them about making a payment. Now I don't know how accurate it is, but they have just a history of like doing things that I'm not comfortable with. I know they're paying out traders. I know people are making money with them, but whatever, it's not for me. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't sell something just to make money off of it if I didn't think they had a good product. But yeah, give me free accounts to give out to people who watch and free codes and whatever. I mean, sure, why not? I like live streaming. I don't like having, I don't like having to create video content. I mean, I've done it every now and again when there's setups I like, or but if you go to my YouTube page and click videos, there's like 7 videos. It takes work, like to build up a social. I just want to be a great trader, and if you want to watch me trade, cool, and if not, fine. Like I don't have to hustle that much. That's why I like trading. I don't have to do a whole lot. Inside 5, 15, 30, 60. Not cool NQ. Any suggestion besides Top Step? I just started a Blue Sky account. They've been okay. I haven't been paid by them yet, so that's the real test is consistently getting paid on time, but I'm willing to give them a shot. They seem like they're, a decent company. They use Project X, which is the same platform that Top Step X, is built on. Which I like. My funded futures, but their CEO is a little soft. I mean, there was just this controversy on Twitter. Somebody pointed out they didn't get their payment right away, and so the guy like basically banned them. Said you can't open new combines, which I think is being petty. So, if you're okay dealing with that kind of person running the business, where they kind of just do whatever they feel like. I mean, I guess any prop can do that, but MFFU, Tradeify, they have a consistency rule. But I know they pay their traders. They're, the guys that run that company seem like solid dudes. The futures desk, I'm highly interested in. I like their business model, but it's more expensive up front. I think Top Step has the most favorable rules for traders, the most reasonably priced accounts, even with activations. Currently, no consistency rule. Payout caps are reasonable. And you're hard pressed to go find somebody that's been denied payout on Top Step, and that's to me that's the most important thing is getting paid. I'm not doing this for fun. So if you can't pay me, it's like F you pay me. That's my like don't take my money and have me, jump through hoops here and then you can't cough up the money when it's due. Giving Apex a try. I had a crazy hot streak and got 150k PA stacked with profit 2 more days and trying a payout. Cool. Ton of live streamers with a bunch of affiliate stuff. Yeah, all MFU, TPT, Apex. Yeah, I mean Whelan makes a crazy amount of money from his affiliate, which he's transparent about. I mean, at least I respect him for that, right? He says, This is what he posts his payouts. I think some days, the last time I looked, he pulled in like maybe 10 or 15,000 a day for a period of a week or two. I mean, I guess they had a sale or promotion, and I mean, just crazy numbers. He probably makes several $1 million a year just from Apex affiliate codes. But at least he's people can do whatever they want. I just know for me, like I'm not willing to just to make a couple bucks say, hey, use this firm that I don't fully back or trust or wouldn't use myself. Yeah, I hear they're good. I know that MFFU like as far as props go, they pay the traders. I know many people have gotten payouts with them. They're quick with their payouts. They seem to be on top of shit. So I will give them that. I just got turned off the other day when the CEO was like, threw like a fit. Like he was just commenting. He said, I guess like MFFU payouts, uh, take longer than 5 minutes now because everyone was bragging how they got paid in like 5 minutes. And he was like, he wasn't complaining. He was just making a comment, which is what you do on social media. And the CEO got all offended and said, like, don't complain about us on Twitter, basically, which is just stupid. And then said, you're no longer welcome to trade on our platform. Like, wrap up the accounts that you have. If you blow them, you can't start new ones. I'm just like, well, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. Like, it could have been handled much better. So, sounds good, Alex. See you. Thanks for stopping by. Holy moly. 30-minute trying to trigger here. It's worth taking. I said I don't really want to short, right? I mean, it could be a decent entry, the 30-minute, but still hourly inside. And the way things are not really getting a lot of follow through, I don't know that it's worth getting involved with. It's just like ping ponging back and forth here. Awfully tempting though, not gonna lie. If this can push down to new low day. If it does, I'm gonna be irritated I didn't take it, but it's fine. I'll wait for a better setup. I really try and not just take setups on the 5, 15, 30. I need something on the 60 or the 4 hour or 12 hour, like a setup on a smaller time frame that's gonna trigger one of those higher time frames. But technically the day is in force, so 30 to reconfirm the day isn't like the worst idea. Good for 20 points so far. The annoying thing with NQ during this time has been does a lot of these just V shape up and down. Like something triggers and breaks and you get 20, 25 points, 15, 20, 25 points, and then all of a sudden it just V shapes right back up and stops you out. Like, well, that was annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'm gonna get something to eat, play with the dog before it gets dark. I don't know, find something else to do. It's just really slow, grindy price action. We'll see. Maybe things pick up overnight for London or New York pre-market. Hope I catch something, and that's it. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Always fun. Trade safe. I'll catch you guys later.